As a human tendency, when you do good to others, you would expect the other person to do good to you. What do you do when the other person not only does not do good to you, but also tries to harm you?
Well, Mehul, I believe that when you do good, it has to be done selflessly, without any selfish motive. If you do good with a want of being returned, that somebody else does good to you, then it's selfish. And in goodness, there cannot be any bargaining. You look at all great people's lives, they've continued to do good without the want of return. And I believe that is a virtue that makes you timeless. I know as we live in this world, we want other people to return our goodness. We also fear that if we do good to others, others may do good to us or may not do good to us. But let's think of it objectively. Things that really intrinsically make you happy or are needed by you for your existence are not necessarily dictated by what others do. For example, do you eat only if others eat? No. You eat because it nourishes you, and you do not really pay attention to whether other people eat or not. For you, it's important, so you eat. Would you go to sleep only if others go to sleep? No. We sleep because it's necessary that we take rest. Similarly, if you were to tell me that I'll only breathe if the rest of my friends breathe, you'll gasp for breath. You'll take your own breaths because breath and breathing are important for your own existence. Look at goodness like that. You don't need to do good just so that others will also do good. No. Goodness has to be done because it's a part of your own existence. If you want to be good, if you want to be pure, if you want to be happy, then just do good. His Holiness Prabhu Sai Maharaj often said, in the good of others lies our own. He never said that if you do good, then others will be good to you. That's not the reason. But goodness has to be performed like you breathe, like you nourish yourself, because at the end of the day, it nourishes you. But if you are worried that if you do good, then if others don't do good, then you just might be expecting more and you'll feel more and more miserable. But just as somebody plants a tree now, and the tree is supposed to grow after 50 years, he may not even be there to avail of the shade. But when you do something beautiful on this earth, when you do something that is for the goodness of others, it just makes the world a little better. So I personally feel that taking cue from everybody else, you should not truncate or you should not curb your own abilities to do good in expectations where others would do good to you or not. And as far as your other part of the question is, then what if they harm you instead of doing good? So what's the harm in it? I want to ask you, you and I won't be able to dictate other people's behavior. But yes, you can control your own behavior. It's not about expecting somebody else to do good to you, but as a beautiful example that Yogiji Maharaj often gave, that once there was a sadhu, a saint, and he was walking along a river. Suddenly there was a flash flood, and not just both banks of the river were a flood, but water was actually coming onto the shores and above the ground. There the sadhu ankle deep in flowing water, he saw a scorpion. And he thought that the poor scorpion would be washed away and it would be killed. So the duty of the sadhu was to do good. So initially he took a stick and he tried to touch the scorpion. The scorpion could not really grasp the stick properly. So he was about to be still washed away, and suddenly the sadhu stuck his hand and took the scorpion out of the water. Just as when he was taking it out of the water and about to put it on the shore, on a dry place, the scorpion stung the sadhu and the sadhu let go. Again the scorpion fell in the water. Out of compassion, the sadhu put his hand back in. Again, as he was trying to bring it out, the scorpion stung it again. Third time he did the same. Third time the scorpion stung. And it went fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, almost 9 to 10 times the sadhu tried to pick the scorpion up to do good. And each time he picked it up, the scorpion harmed him, stung him. A passerby who was watching this entire process, he stopped and approached the sadhu and said, "But why do you keep saving the scorpion? When the scorpion keeps stinging you and dropping into the water, just let it go." The sadhu gave him an answer which should be highly appropriate for all of us. He said, "It is the nature of the scorpion to sting. If the scorpion does not let go of its own nature of stinging, why should I let go of my nature of saving him?" You must understand, if you consider goodness to be a part of your spiritual nature, then you must do good. Come what may, whether somebody opposes you or not, as long as you have done good, those are the marks you get in the books of God. As long as you continue to be good and help people, that makes you happier. It's like you walking every day. It doesn't matter whether other people walk or not. As long as you walk, you become healthier. It doesn't matter if other people do good or not. As long as you continue to do good, you become a better and a more peaceful person. So just do good. Do not bother about other people.